finally we got to the point when we will export our files. How do we do that? It's very simple. So as we are in our Prusa slicer in your slicer, we are going to navigate toward the button that says export G-code. What is G-code? G-code is just a series of commands that tells the printer how it should operate in order to print our desired object. So in order for the 3D printer to understand what it should do, how it should heat, where it should move, what are the settings, all of the information that we have now set it up, we need to export this information in G-code, which is the language that a 3D printer understands and can read. So let's click here on export G-code. And Prusa Slicer has a very nice feature that names your files according to the information. As I said, it's always important to name your files with every information that you can put in, because you will only have more files and more information and more exploration. It's very easy to get lost in. So Prusa Slicer does for you automatically that it has a pattern that can be also changed in Slicer, and it tells you what is the layer height, what type of filament you're printing, on which printer, and how long will it take. We will adjust a little bit this naming, but if you don't have it there on your slicer, don't worry. I will tell you the naming convention that is the best to follow. So first of all, it's great to start with the name of the file. So we are going to use the name of the file that we had before. So it's swatch square 50 times 50 times 0.4, the dimensions. Now we are going to leave there the layer height 0.1, and then we are going to write that it's not flex, just the generic flex, but we are going to write the exact brand that we are using. So I'm going to use 95A, and let's say that I'm printing on MK3S, which I'm not going to be printing. I'm going to be printing on Bamboo. Now, as I have said it, I've said that I'm printing on Prusa. So I'm going to leave MK3S, but you're going to write the printer that you're using. And then you're going to say how long will it take. For us, it's also wonderful to add one more information. And then after the filament, we are going to write down an underscore. And we are going to add the information of the infill. So we are going to say that we are using rectilinear. So let's just write rect 5%, okay? So when we go through the file name, we also get a little bit of information of what we were using, what we were doing, how it looks like. So it's easier also for us to sort and search. So as many information that you can put there that it still makes the file readable, the better. Wonderful. And now the only thing that needs to be done is either save it on your laptop or save it on your portable device. So I'm gonna save it here on my desktop somewhere. I'm gonna create a folder, watch book samples, and I'm gonna save that in the folder. It's always best to save your samples also in your folder on your computer, not only on the portable device or on your 3D printer, because sometimes you might need the data and you might lose them if they are not available on your computer. So if you can store it on your computer and even get a backup on your cloud, that's the best that you can do. You've already done the work. You don't need to be redoing it over and over again. So make sure that you store the information as well on your computer, and then you create a copy to your SD card, or you send it from your computer to the 3D printer. Perfect. Now we are all set to printing our first swatch.